Sorry for the delay there. I was waiting for I was gonna say coffee, but tea. It's this late in the afternoon. I had to give the coffee a break. But we're live. Hopefully you got my audio. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know how the levels look. This is Blossom. This is a brand new game. Came out today or yesterday by a solo developer where you terraform a world. So we're gonna start a new game, and this background you see here with all this lovely green grass is not what things are gonna look like when we load into this world. It's a bit of a Martian landscape. If you're familiar with Planet Crafter, maybe it's a bit like Planet Crafter. Also, I got a fancy new chat window on the side there, so let me know if that's working as intended. I made it myself, so it might not be. I played a very little bit of this game, just in the 30 minutes leading up to the stream, waiting for my kettle to get hot for the tea. I made it as far as deploying I don't even remember what it was called. We deployed something over there. And yeah, that's like probably the first 5 minutes of the game. I just want to make sure I had my controls down, I had my graphics down, and everything will work properly. We have Lemonade the Many back in the chat. Right now we play as this little robot. I think for the duration of the game we'll be playing as this little robot. We're here on the red planet. The ambiguous, unnamed red planet. As far as I'm aware, I'm not sure if there's any lore to this game quite yet. And we're going to terraform it. We're going to try to make it look like that lovely green planet that we saw on the title card. I don't know at all how long that will take me. I know basically nothing about this game. I saw another YouTuber stream it for about 15 seconds before I had to go do something else. But the core that I gathered from playing on my own for that little bit is it's very much power management. So right now we're plugged in. You can see we have 4 bars on the back of our backpack there. That's going to slowly go down. And I need to take that wire, unplug myself, and plug in this crafting station here. That's going to allow me to purchase, or rather craft here, a mining module, which is going to take my small backpack, or at least a requirement is having a small backpack and a load of power. We can make a mining module. With that, we can go outside. Just kidding. You see that door requires 10 power. So what I have to do is disconnect our crafting station and plug in our door. Give it some time and it should open up. Maybe I need to upgrade my backpack first. What am I missing here? No, yeah, we need that iron ore definitely to go outside. So I'm missing a small step here. Not sure what it is yet, which is funny because I just played a load of this game. And by a load, I do, of course, mean just a few seconds there. You know what I did do differently, though, was I plugged in this far one. I wonder if that makes a difference. There we go. I just had to press E on it. All right, we're here. We're outside. We're going to do some mining. I happen to know we need a bit of iron and we need a bit of copper for the next level. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for some copper. I think for now I just need to pick up 3 of these, but you know what? We'll pick up 4. Our little backpack there, you can see the little nodules we're picking up are going onto the backpack. Over there in the distance, that is some copper. That's what it looks like. So we'll aim to get over there. How's the video quality, by the way? I am using a different encoder again after the fiasco that we went through in the previous episode, in the previous stream, if you recall. What happened? Excessive power draw detected from backpack. Okay, so I need to disconnect you and plug you in over there. That should now complete our backpack. You can see we have now 4, 5, 6 bars. 4, 5, 6, 7 bars that we could charge up. So I'm going to stand here and fully charge up while I open my own stream in another tab so I could check the video quality. Should at least still be HD. My only concerns would be bitrate and stuff, but it looks all right. Looks good enough for me to be satisfied. Oh, and I got a text message from my brother-in-law that seems kind of urgent, but I'm going to give it a few minutes before I respond. All right, well, we're 12 minutes in here. I think I could probably get going a little bit better here. Let's disconnect our battery from ourselves. We can run out here. We're going to need copper, and we're going to need regolith now for the next upgrade. That's going to be crafting the encryption key. If you can't see, on the left there, it says all alone. That's my current mission. And yeah, so I'm completely blind. I'm a little familiar with the game Planet Crafter because I watched DDR Jake play that game on the old YouTube. And I know it's familiar to that. And from the screenshots I've seen in the game, in order to make the thumbnail for the stream, I've seen that it has some factory building aspects. So I'm pretty excited to see where all of that leads. Let's go ahead and keep our crafting bay plugged in here now. We got the light module, we want the sprinting, and we want the large backpack. What do we need first? We need the encryption key. We're gonna plug that into our computer over here. Our computer, this is where we read about all of our mechanics. So I skipped doing that because I already was doing that right before the stream started. Not sure if you caught it, but when we plugged in that encryption key, that little thingy, that printer deployed itself outside of our little ship here. So we're going to get our, I think the next thing I want is the sprinting module. So that requires just 2 more ore. That should be super easy to find. Iron ore is very common. I was pretty keen on playing this game. I thought it looked a lot like Stationeers, which obviously I've played on the stream already. I'm a huge fan of Stationeers. And a little bit like Planet Crafter, which is a game I've not played, but seems pretty interesting to me. And yeah, it's just kind of a lot of things that are up my alley, and I love the art style. So we're gonna get the sprint module. You'll never believe what that does. Lets you sprint, as you can see here. Now this is where you start to see like what this game really is capable of. So this is, you know, we're going to be building structures and stuff in order to terraform this planet. The first thing we need is the printer. If I could stop misspeaking, that'd be lovely. I'm going to just put it over here. If you can see, it has that red plug on the outside there. And this way it's at least close to the power outlet that we have on our ship. And it just said, we discovered composite metal. So this is as far as I got in my preparation for the stream. As you can tell, it's not very far. So everything from this point forward, I'm operating blind. So you're gonna have to bear with me as I learn the game, as I'm sure most of you will be as well. So next we need to upgrade our backpack again, and also install info module v2 and find missing volts. That seems more long term. Install blueprint disks into the printer. So I don't know what much of that means. There's composite metal. That's actually pretty easy to make. We just need some iron ore. I can't help but notice our power is going down every time we craft something. So I want to be careful that I don't run out of power here. We have Eric Shadowblade saying he's played the demo for this game. That's good. You might actually have to give me some tips here because I have not. I'm 100% blind and kind of fumbling my way through it. I wish there was like an in-game note-taking. Ooh, what's this? Discord devlogs? Like a way I could keep notes, because I already forgot what I need for my large backpack. Sulfur and silica. Okay. Well, those are new, those crystals. It doesn't look like silica. I don't believe silica is crystalline, but we'll take a look at what this is. I've been known to be wronger about things. It's silica node. Perfect. It requires a laser module. Interesting. So maybe I need to find these things first in order to get the laser module. I can't help but notice there's this little thing sticking on the ground over here. What might this be? A blueprint vault. Lovely. And I need to install these. I don't know where I need to install these quite yet. Probably into the printer. But I think the priority should be not dying. If I plug in, that is not charging me. Cool. I guess I'll plug in over here. Okay, that's not charging me either. Disconnect that. Come on. There we go. It's a little finicky. It takes a little bit getting used to. I noticed you can do everything just with the keyboard. So, like right now, I'm looking at the battery. If I press tab, I focus on the things in my proximity. So that seems pretty intuitive. I think I just need to get used to it a little bit more. And then everything else is keyboard driven with regards to the controls, which is pretty neat. We'll see, where do I stick this blueprint module? Install blueprint disk. Lovely. So I need, I guess, where does it say? Well, it says install blueprint disks into printer 0 of 5. I'm pretty sure I just installed one, though. It says not enough power. I wonder if this power socket... Yeah, see, it says 0. I think maybe that's because I disconnected the battery from the crafting bay. Yes, that powers everything outside, I believe. Potentially. Nope, still says not enough power. All right, well, live and learn. For now, I'm gonna just go hunting for more of those blueprint discs. Anything else that looks interesting and shiny on the ground, that looks like sulfur in the distance. I can't help but notice a structure over there as well. But there was something over here, I thought. Maybe it was just more rocks on the ground that I was seeing. Definitely some structures over there in the distance. It kind of looks like the Subnautica ship, if you've ever played Subnautica. All right, well, what was this? Oh, that's the regolith trunk. All right, we'll pick up a regolith trunk. We have the space for it. I guess we'll go hunt down that sulfur. Oh, I also don't want to get lost. We do have a very tall ship over there, but don't put it past me to run in the wrong direction. Here we have another blueprint module. Lovely. 2 of 5. You may have a bad day now. Why, did you fail the Wordle? Lemonade the many? Surely, ooh, look how resource rich this little crater is. Surely you didn't fail the Wordle. Ooh, we're running out of power. All right, let's sprint on back home. We could store some of these things so that they don't take up inventory space. Okay, let's also... Maybe let's not sprint. I think that's using an abundance of energy. Why is it... Ah, that's so annoying. Connect. Yes, here we go. Bring me back to life. While we're here, let's go ahead and store some of our things here. Let's actually not store the blueprint disk. That is going to come with me. And then what do? Z and X? Yeah. Okay, so we got our rocks stored up in there. Still can't figure out why my power connector's not really working. I do wonder... Maybe if I plug it into there, does that outlet... That outlet now has power. I don't know why this... Oh, that outlet does have power. It's just not drawing it into our printer. Oh, okay. Well, now it's working. What did we get? Regolith oxide rod discovered. Copper wire discovered. Where'd that other... Oh, it did both. Okay, that's why I discovered 2 things. Lemonade the Many says, my games ain't working like CS2. I did the whole Wordle. My games ain't working like CS2? You mean like City Skyline or Counter-Strike? Or there's a lot of CS2s out there. Man, remember Counter-Strike? Remember Counter-Strike Source? I don't know if there's a Counter-Strike 2, actually. No, there is. That was like the really big one, right? Counter-Strike Source was the game I have 2,000 hours in. That's the most played game on my Steam library, fun fact. My childhood was dominated by Counter-Strike Source. Who would have thought? What do we got here? Power cells, all right. Let's remind myself real quick what I needed in here. Did I have to do any actual research? Oh, I see. I can only have one of these things on at a time, perhaps, was the issue there. All right, well, we'll reconnect this. Oh, yeah, we have power cells, copper wires. We have regolith oxide. So we want large backpack, which is sulfur and silica. And the silica required mining 2, which requires copper and silica? Interesting. Do I need silica in order to mine silica? Is that what that just suggested to me? Let's get on this hill and see if we could find the rest of those blueprints. We can also zoom out pretty far. I guess I should be using a bit more intentionally. Hopefully that's not too disorienting. What do you say? Counter-Strike 2, any games, in fact, is like broken for you because of microslop. What did they do? I'm on Microsoft 10, Windows 10 here, and I'm doing all right. So I hope they didn't nuke your PC or anything. Power running out. Build a battery and generate power. So yeah, it is. Oh wow, it takes a lot of mining or power to do the mining. I have to look into maybe getting some more efficient mining up. We also have to get the power going. Let's first focus on survival here. Give me that. And let's stock our shelves. It's almost like Cozy Keep. I was this close. I'm doing a little pinching with my fingers. I was that close to getting out the old Cozy Keep game. All right, what's the deal with power? Build a battery, generate power. That would be in electronics, where there's power cells, which I can build right now, but I don't know what they do. Copper wire. Gosh, it's just like Satisfactory and Factorio. Provides a small amount of burning capacity and serves as fuel for generators. All right. Can hold some amount of power. Tell you what, why don't we look at our computer here? It appears I can trade power for speed, burn a little to move a little faster. Sometimes it costs more, so I think that's just sprinting. Sulfur. Sulfur lingers. The upper wedges, not at the bottom, not at the top, just like in between. Couldn't decide where it belongs. True. Okay, well, question. How do I get mining module 2? I need sulfur. No, I need silica. Just to make sure I'm not crazy, let's go run up here again. I need this copper over here anyway. Oh, I was sprinting that whole time. That's why I was burning through my power so quickly. And I really can't mine this, right? It won't let me? Oh, okay. Am I crazy, or did I try to mine this earlier and it said that I can't? Is it the big ones maybe that? Yeah, the big ones. All right, all right. Fair enough. Greek Spy Gaming says he managed to finally catch a stream. Welcome, man. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hopefully not too bad. Have you ever seen this game before, Blossom Seed of Life? I had it until yesterday. It came out yesterday. And I was like, yep, that looks up my alley. Let me try that. All right, what do I need? Just remind me one more time. I need 2 copper, but what I really want... Wait, what does this need? Just 2 copper. Wasn't there something else that needed the silica? Oh man, I'm frying my brain here. Well, the large backpack requires 1 sulfur, which we have. So why don't we get the large backpack right now? Large backpack seems like it will just be beneficial for enabling progress in general. Now I'm starting to worry about the power. 451 it says there on the left. How do I generate power? Oh, I probably need to go to the printer that's outside to generate power. Oh, construction module enables deconstruction, movement, and rotation of buildings. Interestingly, not the construction of buildings, just the destruction of them. I'm sure that will become useful at some point, or necessary at some point. For now, I guess I'll skip on the mining module because it's not really super important, and it seems like all I need is to collect resources. So sulfur and silica will be the main things I go for now. Doing quite all right. Preparation for a workshop for your bar. What kind of workshop? Like a drinking workshop? You guys gonna work on drinking? Space Colony Sim? Not kind of, I guess. It's here's low power. It's a like Planet Crafter, I'd say. I said that earlier, but I wouldn't say colony, just because we don't have like colonists or anything like that. But we're terraforming this planet, so if you rewind to like the title card of the game, it shows a nice lush planet, which is what we're aiming to get to. And I have no idea how the terraforming mechanics will work yet. I have not reached that level of advanced play yet. What I want to do is take a look at our printer. See. Nope, nothing there. Oh, this is the printer. Okay. And it doesn't have power, so I can't use it. Yeah, power seems like a huge bottleneck right now. I think I just need to disconnect the crafter, and that should give this thing enough power to operate. No, it still says not enough power, really. Yeah, it says 0 draw from the ship, which is fascinating. Maybe I need to connect the door, and then maybe that connects this outlet. Yes. And so now I can use this. Yes. Okay, there's battery and fuel generator. Good, good, good. Copper wire and composite. What do we have here? Storage. More storage will be good. So we need a composite, we need a copper, and we need a power cell. Composite, copper wire, power cell, and all those need their own things, but composite and copper wire will be the priority because that's for the generator. Composite is here, and that requires regolith and iron. Copper wire requires just one more copper ore, which I have. Okay, lovely. Let's get the copper wire built. Excellent. And the composite requires regolith and iron. I have the regolith. I just need to go grab the iron. Should be some nearby. You wish it was working on drinking, Freak Spy Gaming says. I gotta catch up on chat. I need to, I really want to focus on getting power up, and then I'm going to catch up on chat, so bear with me here. I am trying to learn the game here after all. And it seems like I'm still in the phase of the game where I can actually lose if I do nothing. So I'm trying not to do the losing part. And what was the last thing I needed? Well, I'm gonna need these fuel rods, I'm sure. And a power cell for the battery. That's sulfur and copper. Well, that's a regolith chunk, and I don't have copper on me. So let's get, there's a day-night cycle, by the way. I think it is getting slightly darker here. Here we have some copper. I'll snag some of this. Planetary recovery-esque work. Sounds interesting. Glad you think so. What do I think of the game so far? I really dig the art style. It's made by a solo developer, so I can sort of forgive it for the challenge I'm facing in knowing what to do. Like it could benefit slightly from a better tutorial, but again, solo developer, you can only ask for so much when they can only give so much. So I'm not going to fault it for that. I would really love to get some construction going before nightfall. It seems like the day-night cycle is pretty long, though. We've been streaming for 30 minutes here, and it's still daytime. I think we're hitting twilight now, though. I really love the art style of the game, and I think I'm gonna start to enjoy the game much more when we get down to the terraforming aspects of it. Backpack's full now, as you can see. I think the inventory system being visual like that is very nice. Again, kind of feeds into the whole art style thing. It'd be cool if you could customize your little robot. Maybe you can, maybe that's coming, but the red kind of, I get it fits the theme, but I wouldn't mind a nice yellow or blue. All right, power cell, make. Excellent. Now I have everything I need to make the generator and the battery. I just need to remember to disconnect this guy. There we go. Let's do a little experiment. If I just run away, yeah, it disconnects automatically, so I don't need to keep manually doing that. Not enough power, you say? What? Oh, sheesh. This is the last time I'm going to have to do this, hopefully, because we're going to get our generator up and running now. All right, here we go. We need fuel generator first, which, I don't know. Trying to think about where I want to put it. No idea at all. We're gonna just kind of throw it in this general vicinity. We'll say this is the fuel generation part of the map as my laptop goes to sleep. Fuel generation is now available. Let's preemptively start to connect things together. Ooh, okay, so you can only have one thing connected at a time. There's the darkness. I wonder if there's a... I know I can build a light, but that costs resources, and I'm kind of trying to hoard my resources. But it's quite dark also. What do we need for the light module? It just needs power, which apparently I have none of. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Disconnect that, plug that in. Now we should have power in here. I could build a light module. R for flashlight. Ah, nice. Okay. Well, that was exactly what I was looking for. We need the fuel rod, which is 2 regolith chunks. I have 1 right here. I need to go grab 1 more, and then we'll place the battery as well. I'll do that now, I guess, so that I do not forget. No, I'll do that later because I have to go move cables around. It's quite good looking game indeed, says Greek Spy Gaming. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you agree. Nice softness to the lighting indeed. I walked right past this door because I was reading the chat. All right, in here we need fuel rod. There's our fuel rod. I assume it's on my back. Kind of hard to see though. Plug you back into the door. Ah, you see that powers the ship, puts the lights on in the ship. Go into here, which is unpowered because we hooked it up to the other thing. Now, you should allow me to build a battery. And it looks like the battery should have an in and an out. Yeah. Okay, that's what I would expect. And we'll put a bunch of batteries outside the ship like that. I think will be the plan. And the way this will work is we go battery to thingy and then generator. Wow, it's really bright. What was the key for the light? R. Generator will go to battery. Nice. And then into generator goes fuel, and generator makes power. Well, there we go. We have a little bit of self-sufficiency here. I wish these batteries had more inputs so that I could I could charge up the ship as well. I don't even know if it's appropriate to call it a ship. But that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. We could put more fuel rods in. Let's go try to find more regolith. Well, actually, let's pause for a second, because we have time to breathe now. Lemonade the Many says he's back. You give up, your laptop ain't working. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully, Microslop will fix the problem before they go off for their weekends. So we need to find more blueprint disks, because that lets us build more things. We should also... Oh, Terraform project. Deploy a drill. Optional, deploy a second drill. Disperse the fog and the dust storms. Okay, that seems like it'd be good for finding more things. That died out, and we have a full battery there. And this is not drawing any power at the moment, which is good. So it doesn't passively draw power. It looks like, I don't know if we lost any efficiency, but it looks like 1 fuel rod in the generator filled up 1 T1 battery perfectly. Yeah, you could always use Linux. Linux, well, if you don't mind not being able to play like half the games on the internet, you could get Linux. But on the bright side, if it works for Linux, it probably works for Mac. So at least you got that going for you if you have a Mac. Or you could just use Windows 10. I mean, what exactly did Microsoft do that killed your laptop? Is it just like a gaming issue? Or is it like you can't use the laptop? Oh, what is it? What are you saying, Greek Spy? You're saying all these words. I can keep this thing plugged in now, at least. All right, let's make this. I can read chat now. I think them having singular inputs and outputs ought to work well if you follow an autonomous independent power source system for your machines. I assume you mean just a power source per machine by that. Which is fine, I guess. I would like some more fuel rods. I need 2. to... Oh, I just made a bunch of fuel rods. That's why I was there. What do I need? I need a power cell, which is more sulfur and more copper. Let's go try to do that. In the meantime, what does it take to build a shelf? Oh, I could do that. Well, I think we should put a fuel shelf over here. Makes sense to me. Where should I put it, actually? Now I'm wondering. The building, like the camera, the build camera is really weird, but for some reason it works kind of well. You wouldn't expect it to. It's like the mouse moves the camera when you're moving your character, so you need to like wiggle. But it kind of makes sense. We'll just put the storage... We'll put the storage over here. Sure. And into the storage goes fuel rods. Sick. All right, it's working. It's working. I'm going to backpack management. All right, I just confused myself, so we're going to get out of backpack management mode. I don't know, it's just gaming issue, and also Steam was working just today. Just days ago, you said. What's up with your computer guy? Yeah, doesn't everybody have a computer guy still? Just go to Dave's Computers down the road. Remember the computer store? Remember it was just one guy working behind a counter, and the counter was just like filled with... It was like almost like a jewelry box counter where you would shop for like jewelry, except it would just be filled with loose like RAM and hard drives and graphics cards and CPUs. Those were the glory days right there. You just walk into Dave's Computers and find, you know, 6 GB or maybe 8 GB of RAM just sitting in a box, in a cardboard box. Be like, hey, could I take this? Dave would be like, yeah, my name's Joe, and sure, you can take whatever you want. Wow, it uses all of our power to mine a sulfur. We should definitely investigate upgrading the mining efficiency. You're on Windows 10? All right, well, now I know not to upgrade my Windows. How do you guys think this this video will do on the YouTube? You think this will go over well with the open TTD crowd? Wow, I can't believe it's been 40 minutes already. I feel like I'm not making any progress. Ooh, info module. Compass on the hood, that seems really useful. 2 copper for mining. We'll do that in a second. What did I want the sulfur for again? Power cell, that's right. I need copper. I need a load of copper, is what I just figured out. Let's fill up our inventory with copper. We need 3. You guys see any copper out here? I see a blueprint module. I'm gonna go run up to that. I see copper also hiding behind that mountain. What do we get? Terraform analyzer. That seems like it will be useful. I want to make progress with the terraforming, so I'm going to prioritize that as soon as we can get some copper. I just want 1 more copper. Really, I should probably have 2 more copper, actually. Oh, look at all this regolith. Just hoping that would be copper. All right, let's sprint back. Is that sprinting? That's sprinting. There we go. We're going to get a power cell. We're going to try to get mining V2. But if we can't get mining V2, we're going to get another battery and potentially another generator. I'll see what we need. Probably don't really need another generator yet. But a second battery seems like a really good idea. Okay, power cell is something I wanted. And mining needs 1 more copper module. Well, let's build the battery first. Let's also take a quick look here. We have how much stored in here still? 50. All right. And now when we print something like a battery, like a second battery, I have no idea where to put this. I'm going to put it over here, I guess. Keep it somewhat aligned-ish. Yeah, maybe we'll go like here. And how much power did that use? 2. Oh, and this is generating. Ah, okay. So it just stopped when it filled up. So you get no waste, in fact. That's pretty good. No waste is good. I like no waste. What do we need for the terraforming stuff? Ooh, it doesn't say. Oh, I have that blueprint disc on me still, though. Glass discovered. There's the terraforming analyzer that requires glass, as one would assume. Analyzes terraforming activities across the planet. Ooh, I wonder if you could actually cross the entire planet in this game. Wouldn't that be something? Let's charge up our little robot friend here. Computer shops, like I mentioned, still exist plenty in Greece, at home in Greece. That explains the username. And they have prices from 10 years ago. That's quite surprising. Okay, let's what do we have on us? So I don't want to hold on to the regolith. I don't need to hold on to the silica right now. And that can be the other regolith. Let's do a bunch of copper mining, I think. Would be a wise use of the time right now. We got some copper over here. I'm going to take a little sip of tea when I mine this copper out. Here's our lovely crater. I don't know what the white... Oh, that's probably glass. The white rocks. By the way, let me know if you can hear the music. I turned the music way down. What's cool is this game has a setting also for turning off copyrighted tunes, which is pretty good if you're going to upload to YouTube, which I intend to, with all my night shift. I don't know if they're episodes, streams, I guess is what I should call them. Maybe it's only you that has the problem with your laptop. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I can imagine how frustrating that must be. Can't play your Counter-Strike. Is there fall damage? Maybe we need to test that from a larger height in order to find out. I'm going to assume we can't get these big rocks. Oh, we can get these big rocks. Seems like copper is extremely useful for many things, so I'm going to work on getting lots of it. I wonder if there's, like, infrastructure buildings we can place that are, like, explicitly power splitters that have 1 input and 2 outputs. Although those, like, even the wiring I just... Probably not, because the wiring I just did wasn't input-output. It was just outlets. And if you connected 2 outlets, then it went through. Almost just broke the laptop. Like, physically? Like, you physically almost just broke the laptop? Or, like, software-wise? Was it a fit of frustration, perhaps? Look, it happens to the best of us, man. I need these little doohickeys. And there's our mining module, too. I didn't actually read what that does, but I assume it makes our stuff more efficient. Only wakes up when something needs it. Oh, so it's not even filling the bag. Let's not lose all of our power here. That's smart. So the generators are very smart. They only even turn on when they're needed. Okay. Backpack full of stuff. There was more in here I was able to build, I think. Construction module. Yeah, why not? Seems like it'll be useful. The info module. Yeah, I probably do want that. I can wait on the compass, I think. That doesn't seem... Or the power overlay. Sorry. I'm going to build the compass now. The compass actually seems really useful. The power overlay seems less useful when you only have you know, so many machines operational here. So look at that. We have a compass on our HUD. Cool. That would be useful. What are we looking at here? We need glass for the terraformer. We need... Oh, equipped with power sockets to extend the circuit. I reckon this thing has 3. Yeah, 4 actually. It says it literally right there. I would like to get that, and I would like to get another battery. Oh, I have the other battery placed. We just need the circuit extender. That was... I need regolith for that, I believe. It was one of these composite metals. Regolith and iron is needed for that. All right, I could buy that. Iron's super easy to find. Yeah, having a crash out. Hey man, it happens. I understand. Not that you need my approval or anything like that, but I get it. What else? I need a regolith. That was the other thing. We're gonna make some composite metals. How many? I have 2 inventory slots left. It's weird to me that there's so many little stones on the ground, but I can only pick up the regolith. Like, this looks like something you should be able to pick up. It's basically indistinguishable, just a little less shiny than the regolith there. I also would like if I didn't have to keep going inside to do my crafting. Yeah, losing an SSD is awful. Greek spy, if that's how you prefer to be called. Ooh, I could build glass. Yeah, let's build some glass. Sure. How much power is in this battery, by the way? 99. That's fine, I guess. Time to do some building. Let's get the power extendo. Extendo Patronus or something. I will put this just right in the middle here. Yeah, maybe like that. And then the idea here, you take this, you plug it into the front. Yeah, and then you take the back one, if I could get it. Little finicky, getting control of the right things. Yeah, look at this. And then you take the one on the back. You take the one on the back, and you plug that into your ship. Oh, power is now shared. That's 3 batteries, because we have the big one on the inside of the ship that should be getting charged up now. Or not. 99. Well, I bet you it would charge it if I plugged this into the wall. 96, it actually went down. Well, we'll see what happens. I won't stress about it. What I will do is maybe plug another fuel rod into here. There we go. Keep the power flowing. I would really like to get that last blueprint disk, but for now, how about we get the Terraform analyzer down? Maybe we put our terraforming section. This can be like industry, maybe, and we'll put terraforming over here. Well, because we have our power sort of all bunched up over there. We'll put the terraforming analyzer maybe in this spot. I don't know how far the cables can go, so this will be a good test of that, I guess. Take you, plug you into that thing. All right, well, it looks like plenty of room on the cable. No blueprint to unlock. E to use? Oh, we have a tech tree. It should have just said tech tree. Okay, I'm sorry. It took me 50 minutes to get to the tech tree. That's not good. Press R to create a blueprint disk. Okay, so this is Planet Crafter. This is just you get atmospheric pressure and it unlocks things, and then you get temperature and it unlocks things. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, we need to find that last blueprint, and we need to deploy a drill. I still haven't really figured out how to do the drilling stuff. Intel Core i3 is what you got there, man. Not bad. NVIDIA GeForce on the laptop too. Sick. Is it an Alienware? Ooh, is that the... Nope, that's just a rock. I'm relying on my 2 viewers right now. You guys, if you see anything that looks like a blueprint capsule out here, please notify the streamer immediately. Because I think it will have the last thing I need to start doing my terraforming. And I want very much to do some terraforming. But ooh, maybe those are just rocks, but I ain't seeing much. I got the full sprint on now too. This is where you wish you had a 286 or 282 Mikado steam engine that you could just drive around. Is that it right there? No, that's just a rock. Oh, I see it. Hey, you could always update your drivers. This is why you should regularly take backup images of your computer. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that, but to each their own. Anyway, back to Blossom, the Seed of Life. I think we're gonna start some terraforming once I plug in this blueprint here. Yep, that's the drill. What do we need for the drill? Composite metal and a pressure core. Okay, pressure core is new. Has this charged, by the way? No, it hasn't. So, directionality of the power is still something I need to learn. Can I actually plug you into the ship now? Question mark? Okay, seems to work. Pressure is sulfur and silica. Okay, that's easy to get-ish. And what was the other thing I needed? Composite metal, which is regolith. So let's get a regolith. Let's get a sulfur. And let's get a silica. Regolith, sulfur, and silica. Well, I know where the sulfur is. It's only in the big hole over here. I'm glad you liked the last episode of Derail Valley. It was the most stressful one I've ever filmed in my life. Took, what was that, episode 23? It took 23 episodes, which is, give or take, 23 hours for us to finally derail in Derail Valley. And it was, I'm happy to say, it was in the most spectacular fashion possible. Oh, look, we can mine multiples of these now without losing all of our power since we got that upgrade. So I picked up the regolith. I'll tell you what, let me drop this iron ore. How do I drop? Q. Okay, get out of here. Now we need to run so we don't die. I don't know what happens when you run out of power, but I don't want to find out. We gotta go around this big mountain too. At least we're not that far. I know I did not get the silica. I gotta still pick that up. Okay, come on. Plug me in. Plug me in, Chief. There we go. Full up. Let's go find the silica. So, having a good time in the game so far. I have to admit, it feels like it has nice incremental progress. It's very satisfying to build stuff, and having plug things in is a satisfying feeling. It has a satisfying sound effect as well. Sipping some tea. I'm gonna go non-verbal. By the way, let me know how the whole streaming thing is going. I know Greek Spy Gaming, you're new here, but this is my 3rd stream ever. I'll just say that much. So, not really familiar with how this whole streaming thing works. I really don't even watch streams. I watch streamers on YouTube mostly, and I was like, yeah, I want to make some content, and so here I am trying it out. I'm gonna turn my light on. There we go. In other news, I had nothing else to do but talk about the weather, I guess. Happy daylight savings time, and it's 70 degrees here in New York. Last week, this time, it was like 20 degrees. So it's a very welcome change of pace. Pressure core build. Feels a bit like what this planet looks like. I need that iron ore that I dropped. That's hilarious. Well, I'm just gonna mine this one out because it's right here. Yeah, this weather has been fantastic. I love when it gets like this because everyone sort of goes outside and... Did I get that? Yeah, I did. Everyone goes outside and is happy and all the seasonal depression starts to go away. All right, let's... Whoa, this thing is huge. Oh my god. This is so much bigger than I thought it would be. I said this side would be for terraforming, so... We're gonna stick to it. And where might the power input be? There it is. Wow, look at the size of that thing. I wonder what the power draw on that will be. And I wonder if we could even get a wire over to it. What we'll do is we will do some shenanigans here. Wow, really everything is in use here? All right, what do I need to build an extendo? I need another composite metal, which requires another iron. This is why I picked up extras of everything. What kind of tea am I enjoying? I have a nice grocery brand chamomile. Stream is going well considering it's live in a time zone that is terrible for watching them. Yeah, well, it's terrible for you to watch them. It's great for me to watch streams in this time zone. But in all seriousness, I'm happy to have you despite the difficulties. That little chat widget, by the way, that I have in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, made that myself. It's kind of what I've been doing in my free time. I'm working on a polling widget now that will allow my viewers to respond to polls as I prompt them. That one's a bit more complicated because I need to, you know, parse the messages. And really, I mean, parsing the messages is easy if you can acquire the messages, which I've finished already. But the hard part is like managing the poll, like the quote unquote admin dashboard for me to like set the questions and the options and the timers and everything. Surprisingly tricksy to set up. I wonder if we'll be able to automate the assembling of some of these tools that I'm placing around here. We'll place that there. Switch to build menu. I want to move our terraforming analyzer a little bit further away, like over here. Ooh, look at the range on that. And what we'll do, we'll plug in there. And we'll plug in there. Oh ho ho, look at it all come together. Time to turn on the big one and see if we destroy our fuel supply. It should tell me the draw. So this is using 40 per second or 0.4 per second. This is using nothing. I guess it's only used when I do unlocks. I guess I should move this battery. It looks like it keeps the connections, which is smart. What am I thinking of using stream polls for? Just about everything. My goal, I mean, you saw, I assume, well, you mentioned, sorry, I'll get to the point. Like an open TTD, I don't know if you watch my open TTD series, but it's very viewer driven. I have everyone vote. But there's such low, or there's such high latency with that because, you know, I have to wait like a week before I can see what everyone says. So if I stream, I'm not going to stream open TTD yet, but the plan is to like stream open TTD, stream other games where I can have the viewers like drive the decision making in the game. which seems like it would be really fun. My main inspiration, I have two, and I mention them every single stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I apologize in advance. But my main inspirations are Rodamont, who does that really well. He polls all of his viewers for basically everything he does. And a fella by the name of DDR Jake, who does not do polls, but nonetheless makes really entertaining content. So those are the two guys I'm trying to emulate here. Let's get our second drill up and running now. Where to put it? We'll put it right next to the first drill, perhaps. Everything seems really close together here. I'm sure this is awful for scalability, but I don't know what the magnitude of expansion is going to be here. i.e., are we going to end up with tens of these drills, or are we going to end up with hundreds of these drills? Is what I'm most curious about. So, this says it's adding 0.03 of a Pascal per second. We're currently at 655 pascals. Well, I imagine, do these then become obsolete? This is where maybe having some experience with Planet Crafter would be handy. But I wonder if eventually these things become obsolete. So at 660, yeah, because it ends at 700. At 660, we unlock the wagon and storage module. Well, wagon seems like a lot of fun. Let's charge up our suit a little bit here. Try hibiscus and apple tea if you prefer the sweeter ones. Oh, forgot to mute my mic that time. I actually generally don't prefer sweet tea, but in the evenings I do, because I don't like to caffeinate past 12, because I'm a wimp. And also I read a book, and the book said not to do that. Just realized I could deconstruct that. I don't think I got anything for it, unfortunately. How's this battery looking? It's still going down. Well, I don't know how to charge it up, so that's just going to be life for the time being. What kind of modules do I have? I have the info module, which adds tracking. That seems really useful. That just needs one more iron ore. Silver is new, and aluminum for the mining module 3. And then the power overlay is still really cheap to make. So we might, oh, hang on. Let me take an actual proper inventory here. We need one more silica and a bunch of iron, let's say. All right, well, silica at least can be found up here, I think. Yeah, I see it over there in the distance. I see you, silica. I can say unofficially the stream is not up to this point as successful as Transport Fever 2 was. We'll get back to Transport Fever 2 though. Open to DD series was as well. You like my approach to it, especially the negatives you create, like the quote order fine. Yeah, well, I have another one planned. I had a CJE or CG, who was in my stream the other day when I was playing Transport Fever 2, had left a really great comment sorry, I was reading chat and didn't realize I'm dying. Ooh, we might not make it back this time. What was I saying though? As I struggle to make it back, he mentioned, he gave a timestamp like 19 minutes and 10 or so seconds into the episode, the last episode. I accidentally blew up a track piece when I meant to just delete a signal. And he really creatively spun it as like an actual industrial accident, which I liked a lot. So it's not going to be as fat a fine that the whole nunning pool fiasco was, but it will be a small little role play element. The nunning pool fiasco with that fine was where I like destroyed that town. That was more like I wanted a legitimate punishment for myself because I felt really bad that I did that, like that I destroyed like all the all those houses and everything. I was like, this is so stupid. Like I should have just been a little bit more intelligent. So I was like, I should punish myself one way or another. It said power overlay is now available at the computer, but I don't see it. Oh, power overlay. With this, I can see every circuit. Ooh, circuits. Each one glowing in its own color. Oh, that's kind of like what you were saying, Greek Spy, about maybe having autonomous independent machines supplying each downrange machine. Everything's on the same circuit right now. I like that I can see the battery level from a distance too. Looks like the power extenders might store some power as well. Okay, cool. That's nice. Very pretty also. Very pretty game. So what's on our compass that we just unlocked tracking for? We have our ship tower thingy. What's the state of the atmosphere also? Let me take a little look-ski here. 672, which means we should have unlocked here at our tech tree. Yes. Press R to create blueprint disk. Well, I think I will. Oh, look at them. It spits them out. That's so adorable. I love that. All right, let's go plug these guys in. Oh, wrong button. Did it? There we go. Okay, that gave me storage module. Stores items and keeps your resources organized for easy access whenever you need them. Can only be attached to the wagon and the wagon. An electric autonomous wagon with one module slot that can connect to a socket and link with other wagons or rovers. Did somebody say Factorio train? Well, we're obviously... Well, I mean, but like, what do I need this for? Like, ooh, pressure stage 2 achieved. Do we see some clearing up maybe of the atmosphere? Not sure yet. I have good creativity, good use of the poles, so you think it will play out well. Well, thank you for the kind words. I hope it plays out well. Adds planet info to the HUD. Yeah, I don't mind if I do. Press E. Okay. We have enables planet overlay. Yep, we'll do that one as well. Just got a load of more stuff. Let me go read about them. Planet overlay. This module shows me the planet changing slowly, quietly. A record of my effort to bring life back. Proof that even the weirdest things grow. True. True. Okay. Was that it? Was that the only... Okay, that was the only thing I unlocked. Planet overlay. Whoa, look at all this. That is definitely under the chat box. So just rest assured there is no oxygen in the bottom right there. I don't even know if you can see the label. Pressure, fog clearance is happening at 690. That should be happening pretty soon. Dust storm dissipation, same deal. Another 10 after that. And then planet frosting. So I guess we're going to frost the planet before we terraform it. I think I want another one of my doohickeys, another one of these composite metals, which requires a regolith. Ooh, and it says springs. I just noticed there's a day tracker in the top left there and a time tracker in the top right. This has regolith chunk. I'll take that. I have enough to build one, which I think is all I need to get another drill up and running. Might want to start thinking about another generator. It looks like it actually just used up the rest of our fuel. Yeah, look at that. No more fuel in here. So, acquiring fuel. Maybe that's something we can use our fancy new rover for. Let's get the drill. Requires a pressure core. Forgot about that part. That required a silicon? Silicon, not silicon. That's why it's a crystal. And sulfur. I have the silica. I just need the sulfur. Let's plug ourselves in before we go out. Get full up here. Nice. Oh, and I think, though, you see above the backpack, it has the little modules on display too. Ah, this game's really pleasant. Yeah, I could play a lot of this, I think. if people want me to play it. It's Greek here watching as the viewers on YouTube know. In Greek, I'll mention it to you. This is my... What is this? This is the series. This is the stream. This is the night shift. And in the night shift, I want to play different games. Oh, and it won't let me jump? There we go. I want to play different games every week. No fall damage. And so, I'm not sure. Well, I'm definitely not going to play this again next week, but it might make a return if people like it. Especially if the VOD does well. That's a big component of me replaying a game. Transport Fever 2 was played earlier this week, and that's definitely going to be replayed because I just love that game. And I haven't played it in so long, and Transport Fever 3 is coming out, and so I'm pretty keen on building some hype around Transport Fever 3 and also preparing myself, if nothing else, for that game. Clear skies, cleared the planetary fog. Nice. Doesn't seem that much different to me, but take its word for it. So we can get more battery modules. We can get mining lasers. That seems useful. And bigger storage, tier 2 storage. Okay, well, firstly, pressure core. There we go. And we're going to build another one of these drills. Do I actually want to build another one of these drills? Because, yeah, we need to get up to 850. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll see what I need for these new blueprints. I also do need to build another fuel generator, probably. Probably should do that now. If I have the means of production. I need a copper wire. I think I have a copper sitting in here. I do. At least one. Oh, you know what I really would like to build is the wagon, actually. That requires copper wire, too. I'm going to build the wagon first, because I think with the wagon, assuming I can ride it, which is a big risk. I don't know if I can ride it. I need 2 copper anyway. So let's drop off our blueprints so that they're no longer in my inventory. And then I'm going to go pick up a load of copper. So that got me thermal gel. The heck is thermal gel? I don't know what the last one got me. And that got me the storage. So storage tier 2. We got the battery T1. This stores power. Why is this battery different? How is this battery different? Is this a vehicle battery? Is that the deal? Then we got a vehicle, the mining laser module. Extracts easy to break resources. Oh, these are modules for the wagon. Oh. An electric autonomous wagon with 1 module slot. So we could only put 1 in at a time there anyway. Plug myself back in here. I think if you work on making a narrative alongside the gameplay like you do with Zero Valley Open 2D, it would work well. What do you think might be the game for the next night shift? Well, it might be Transport Fever 2 because I want to play that game. But I have a list in my phone app, my notes app in my phone. All right, here's the full list for the curious. Oh, I just got an achievement. I'm going to pause real quick. Games to stream. Okay, ooh, no more fog. We have Derail Valley. We have OpenTTT. We have Stationeers, which I've done already. We have Transport Fever 2, which I've done already. We have Blossom, Seed of Life, which I'm doing right now, as you may have noticed. We have Cozy Keep. I mentioned that one earlier in the stream. We have The Ware Cleaner, which was recommended on the Discord. We have Factorio, which you may have heard of before. We have Vintage Story, which just got an update, and I was very close to playing today, but I skipped out on that one in favor of this game, which is brand new. Schedule 1, which I actually have a series on my YouTube, but have not yet played since. RimWorld, another little game you may have heard of, called RimWorld. We have Software Inc. Software Inc. is a game I'm pretty keen on playing because I am a software engineer, and I haven't really sunk hours into that game since I've become a software engineer a number of years ago. which is worth noting for two reasons. The first being the game has changed a lot in the years since I've played it, and the second point being I feel like I could apply some of my experience as a software engineer to Software Inc. Anyway, that's not the end of the list. We also have Mind Mogul, which is a game I've never played, but looks interesting. It's kind of similar graphics to this, but underground. We have Train Go Right, which is not really much of a game right now, but is under development and has some potential. Then we have this old game called Kerbal Space Program. So it's a wide variety of games. They're not all factory logistics and production focused, but that's intentional. I want to offer many different kinds of things on the channel. All right, let's get our wagon up and running because I'm deeply curious if I could ride on this thing. Wagon is now available on the computer. Well, it doesn't look like... Well, I need to connect it probably. Wait a minute. Why is this one orange? Ooh, I could pull it. I don't know why that's so satisfying. How do I disconnect though? There we go. What about this one? Same deal. Okay. No, don't deconstruct. How about finicky UI? There we go. Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, and you actually just activated my bot from Stream Elements. Software Inc. would be fascinating to see you applying actual career knowledge. That and RimWorld Colony to fix up. Well, RimWorld would be really great for applying viewer voting and stuff. Yeah, so these guys are just done now? Is that the deal? Not enough pressure. Increase pressure to form ice. Well, they might just have no power. Yeah, that's what the issue is. I was really hoping I could ride on this thing, but we'll go read the computer entry on it. Build a dive bomber plane when I play KSP. I get that, but I probably would build rockets. Hot take. I'm a bit of a space nerd. These wagons, they don't need power. If I connect to them, they simply follow. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping I could ride it, but follow works for me. I need the storage. Oh, and we are dead on power, which means I need regolith. I should have picked up some regolith when I was out in a boot just then, because regolith makes the fuel rods, and I think it's just regolith. We're gonna find out pretty quick here, though. Ooh, and there's some structures in the distance there. We can actually see things now, and the game has gotten a lot quieter with both the mines, fuel generators, and wind not insisting themselves upon us. Oxide rod, we're gonna plug that in so that we keep making progress. Nice. I see. I should probably have a separate circuit for crafting so that I don't soft lock myself. Right? Which I guess is this battery. Oh, but it's about to die. Yeah. It'll be okay. Or Besiege. Besiege would be interesting. KSP is fun to watch because you can understand the science of playing it. Yeah, I don't really do too much attention to the science as much as I know that if I have enough Delta V, I can get wherever I want to go. Come on, it says 5 out of 5. I'm gonna hijack this real quick so I could charge myself up. Straight from the source. That's actually pretty slow. I think we need a lot more fuel rods, and we need a lot more generators. Isn't it supposed to be following me? Is this a bug? Remember it was like plug and it will follow? Well, where's the follow part? What gives? Is it, do I need to plug into this side? Okay. Now it's following me. Yeah, we're gonna go grab... So I have that pressure core because I was gonna build another drill, but no use in doing that if we don't have power. And I remember seeing a big old pile of regolith. There it is. Well, while I run over here, take a look at chat. Besiege, build a submarine in Besiege. I didn't even know Besiege had an underground, to be fair, to be honest. How do I... How do I use the storage module? Oh, come on, game. Maybe if I fill up... Ah, yes. If I fill up, it just automatically goes into the storage module. Yeah, so the wagon is literally just like something I drag behind me. It's like an actual wagon. Have I ever played Cities in Motion? It sounds like Transport Fever, is it not? Isn't it the same developers, or am I conflating that with Train Fever? I feel like I have. Isn't Cities in Motion a really old game? Not like OpenTTD old, but like pretty old. I need to not die here also. I think I moved slightly slower when I have this thing in tow. Give me juice. Okay, I need to go here first. Oh, this is gonna kill me one day. All right, now give me juice. There we go. Yeah, let me know about Cities in Motion, because I think I played it a long time ago, but not too sure, to be honest. Now we make a lot of oxide fuel rods. We have some extra regolith sitting on our thingy here that we could pick up. Oh, we're inventory's full, of course. We're gonna build a second generator because I noticed our batteries aren't really doing the generation thing with just the one there. It's pretty old. The devs are the ones that made City Skylines, really? The ones that just abandoned City Skylines 2? Those devs? Look, I get it. Developing games is hard. Especially when Paradox is your parent company. City Skylines 2 should be on the list. I don't know why it's not. But that's a game I've sunk a lot of time in. I can look past its flaws. And I'm capable of playing a lot of City Skylines 2. Despite its flaws. Alright, we got a bunch of fuel rods there. Now, if I build another generator, we don't have any open sockets, do we? No, I don't believe so. And do I want to keep doing the one, like everything on one circuit thingy? I guess so. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. What do I need in order to build the fuel generator, though? I need another composite metal. If that's one thing I can knock the game on, it's kind of hard to have materials you need on you. It's a lot of like going really far away and then coming back and then going really far, like getting exactly everything you need and then going really far away and coming back. And there's maybe a point in the game where obviously you unlock things that make the inventory management a bit easier, but I feel like that should be happening now because I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable with the amount of back and forth, I'll say. It's starting to get a little bit annoying. And I think the wagon is supposed to be that thing, but it only holds 4. It's not like I was able to load that thing up with a load of stuff, you know? You know what I mean? I should take a look also if there's another backpack module upgrade in here. Which I'll do now, actually. Yeah, see, no other backpack, so... The backpack we got is the backpack we're keeping. He loved driving the dinky old car in the Eastern Bloc, but the devs just never finished it. I assume that's Cities in Motion. Alright, fuel generator. We'll put this on the other side here, I think. Where's the outlet? There it is. We'll put it on that side. We'll plug her in. We'll keep it on the same socket at least, or the same circuit, at least for now. Maybe we'll rearrange all... Whoa, don't deconstruct that. Hold R... Oh, I could rotate... Ah, that's cool. I can rotate without even needing to... You know what I'm trying to say. Deconstruct was the word. Nowhere to plug this in. That's right. I noticed that. I had made a point about that, actually. We need... Oh boy, we need another power splitter. Well, it's charging me, at least. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to unplug the stuff over here. We'll pause the terraforming. We'll let our batteries fill up so that I'm not using... Because I think energy is a little critical right now. I do think energy is a little bit critical right now. And I need to go to this one, the printer, to get the... Let's get another battery, I guess, would make the most sense, which requires a power cell, which requires stuff I don't think I have. Just 1 copper, which is not something I have. Let's maybe go try to acquire a lot of copper with our new wagon here. If you don't see me in the chat, I'm probably sleeping because of chill sound. Oh, I'm glad you find this chill. I'm stressing out, man. I'm freaking out. Maybe I should explore some of these ruins. Maybe that holds the solution to some of the things I'm complaining about. Cities in Motion had a nice bus system. Well, we're gonna lose some power here. But I refuse to go all the way back without at least 1 iron on me. And we haven't found out what happens when you hit 0 yet. I highly doubt you just die, right? You probably... Well, I mean, sorry. I highly doubt you just lose. You probably do just die, to be fair. I'm not keen to find out, though. Let's take a look at our planet overlay. So we're going to frost the planet over and just 850. We're at 7... I don't know where we're at, actually. That's maybe like 730. We're getting there. And I need to remember to... I should have left the wagon over there. That's what I should have done. Let's plug into this battery real quick. Charge ourselves up. Ooh, that eats a lot of energy. Charging ourselves up like that. I got the one. What did I need to build for it? The power cell. Hopefully I only needed the 1. I did only need it. And we have that pressure vessel for the drill still, which I haven't taken, or I haven't used quite yet. Let's go over here. We'll put the battery over yonder. Sure. I kind of want to move some stuff around. And I need another power extender anyway. I should have realized that, because this is not enough. Oh my god. Get the... I'm hitting tab and it's not select. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we're at least charging a battery with that energy. Maybe I can get the splitter up without having to leave. The splitter requires a composite metal, which requires regolith and iron, which I don't have any of. But we have a full charge and a mostly empty inventory. I'll completely empty my inventory. We're going to go on a little journey here. We're going to get some more copper. Let's say, well, I don't know, actually. We'll figure it out as we go. I think definitely iron, copper, and regolith are the three things I need to come back with. And then maybe a silicon or two. And I think I want 4 regolith so that I can make 2 more fuel rods when we get back. So there's our 4 regolith. I have 2 iron on me. Is this silver? Or is this more iron? This is more iron. Do I want more iron? Not yet. Iron's not hard to find. The other stuff's hard to find. Autosave, nice. Yeah, we should go... Ooh, I see gold out there, maybe. Maybe we should go over there now and see what the deal is. Because we got the rover thing with me. I will pick up this copper, though. Before I forget. I will also go over here and pick up this copper. Welcome, by the way, if you're just tuning in. You're watching some Blossom, the Seed of Life. In this game, we're terraforming this Martian-esque planet. When we started, it was filled with dust and fog. We have since resolved the dust and fog issue. If I bring this up, and we now have only planet frosting to complete, which should happen once we get back and get our power flowing again. I'm currently trying to see what's up with this here mystery base. It looks unused. There's a table and chairs that I can sit in. There is power outlets. Oh, and a dome. That says dome, I think. I don't know what that is. Computers, which probably need power, and data recovery terminals. Okay, I think that maybe unlocks stuff for me. If I had to guess, that's water connection. Well, I don't know if it was worth coming out here. Thomas, what's up? I remember you from the Transport Fever 2 stream, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for tuning in again. This is Blossom, Seed of Life. It's a terraforming game, and it's a bit of a factory game, I think, as well. You'll see the factory aspects if and when we make it home. I'm currently getting some iron. I'm getting some regolith, which we use for fuel to generate power, and some copper, which we use for basically everything. Well, not really everything. The copper's more so used for a little bit of everything. And I think I need the silica and the sulfur as well for some stuff, but we'll see the specifics when we get back. Oh, there was a chest back there? We'll go back there once I get power back. We were running out of power anyway, so I was a little antsy to get out of there. You see, we're playing as a little robot here, and so we need to power ourselves as well as our machinery. And we do that just by plugging our face in. If I can select the right thing here, there we go. And you can see the bars on our back filling up. Drains a lot of power every time we do that, though, is the only downside. So I wanted another extender, which will require 1 composite metal. I think we have everything for composite metal. Yes, thankfully we do. And I would like to build some more fuel rods, because I don't think you can have too many fuel rods. Let's get the extender down. This will allow us to power up the whole base and resume the terraforming that we temporarily paused. We'll put it there. Idea here being... actually, I think we will move this thing slightly. Hold R to move. Well, that's what I'm doing. There we go. We'll put it there. So we go from battery to extender, and then on this side we go, this is another battery, so I'm gonna Q and then R. I'm gonna move this battery over to be here with the other battery. Nice. And then we go E and then connect it to there, and then from here we power the rest of our machinery, which now resumes operation. Sick. I kind of want to move some things around. In fact, just because I feel like it would look better, why don't we do that? Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Why? How do we have an extra 2? Oh, we only have 1 extra port, and it's on the battery, which seems less than ideal, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got our drills going again, so we're increasing the pressure of the atmosphere. I'm gonna finish up building my fuel rods. Well, before I do that, anything else that I want to build here? So we got the mining laser. That allows us to build things. Can only be attached to a rover. Maybe this is what I need to up-level my resource gathering. No other terraforming we can do yet. And then we have more power things. Yeah, I guess we should... Well, we could build another wagon. I for some reason didn't think... I thought it was like Subnautica. I guess in Subnautica you can build multiple vehicles too. Maybe I should add Subnautica to the list. Okay, well we got generator tier 2, drill tier 2, and scanner module unlocked. So we'll scan these in. And I'm throwing around my regolith. We'll pick up the regolith. At least it's not far. Once we add these blueprints to the scanner. Now, obvious, I don't need to destroy these and place another one to upgrade them, right? I can just upgrade them in place, right? Given the resources. I need silver wire and composite metal. Do I need to destroy them, though? Well, we're not getting silver. I have no idea where the silver is. Composite metal we can build, but I feel like maybe we want a lot of wagons and a lot of laser modules. Oh, we also got a scanning module. Short-range scanner module that can detect small resource deposits. Interesting. Probably puts it on my HUD. Store power for later use, ensuring a steady supply of power when your machines need it. That could be like an emergency battery. I think there was a chest. Oh, sorry, I'm reading old chats. Happy daytime now. We got some daytime music. Let's go pick up the regolith that I dropped. Or the copper. And regolith. Oh, and I accidentally unplugged our battery. We're gonna make more fuel. I think fuel should... Oh, we're not gonna make more fuel. We don't have sufficient resources to make more fuel. I'll place the fuel rod I have. Okay, both our fuel rods are in use, which is fine. I can buy that. Let's put the extra fuel there, and let's put a copper on there as well. So it looks like with both of these, we are much more efficient. Detect a new blueprint. Oh, I got even more. Let's get the blueprints, I guess. Might as well have them unlocked. Rover 2, Wagon 2, and Refinery 2. Or Refinery 1. All right, let's unlock those. I feel like we might be skipping some tech here. It is, you know... It's not early access, actually. It's a new game, though, so it might be rebalanced. I don't want to forget to go back to that facility we were in and see if that chest is there that our Greek friend was mentioning. Okay, give me this iron. And what did we just unlock? We got the Rover Tier 2. Oh no, we got the Rover! Oh, we need to make the Rover. I'm tired of walking. Rover's the new priority. That requires silver wire, which I've never seen silver even before. We got the refinery, which processes ores into ingots. Oh my god. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm getting overwhelmed. It's okay. Not enough pressure. Increase pressure to form ice. Yeah, so we're still terraforming, which is good. How's this battery doing? It only has one, which isn't good. Okay, silver wire requires, unsurprisingly, silver. Tell you what, I think we could maybe use a little bit more storage, which is this one. 2 requires a composite metal. Yeah, let's do that because I have everything I need to make composite metal. Again, this walking into the room every time to craft one thing is tedious. I need to get a crafting bench out here. We'll get a storage tier 2. This will be just for general goods. We'll put that right there. We'll save this one for fuel. There we go. Got my general goods back. And I placed it backwards, which is hilarious. Looks like there's no clipping when you're building stuff, which is a lovely feature that more developers should implement. Who cares if the things I place are clipping? I should be the only one that has to care about that, not the developers. Okay, let's go power ourselves up to full charge. And I think I want to go try to find the chest that the Greek spy mentioned, as well as some silver ore. I may have seen some silver ore over in the distance. We should try to get some silica and sulfur also before we come back. We haven't had a need for it quite yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming. I'm gonna take a sip of tea as we do our running. Alright, almost took a screenshot there too. Oh, and I'm going slightly the wrong way. I'll take a screenshot here maybe. You know, always need thumbnail content. I also just noticed this little guy has a little idle animation, which is nice. There's our thumbnail, most likely. Don't want to get the copper. We have lots of copper at home. I hope you're still here, Greek Spy, because I might need your help finding this chest that you seemed to see. Not that I'm doubting you or anything. I would never. It was dark, all right? I couldn't see well. Eyes peeled for a chest, folks. Ah! Blueprints. 2. I didn't read what they were, but I feel like it's probably decor. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But good looks, my Greek friend, for calling that out. Let's see if we can get the silver now, too. Some sulfur over here, which we'll get. Ooh, and there's some interesting things sticking out of the ground over there. Obviously the satellite dish, but not only the satellite dish. This is iron, not silver. Is the white stuff silver, you think? I thought it was glass earlier, but glass is definitely something you manufacture. Okay, I'm gonna stop mining that. I know we were close, but I'm very low on energy, and I don't want to run out. Yes, I'm always happy to have the help, too. I'm not going to... This is silver, and it requires a mining laser module. All right, so hang on. If I need silver to build... Oh, man, that's frustrating. I need to build the mining laser module, put it onto this thing, drag this thing all the way back out here, or find closer silver. And then I can build the rover. which I could put the mining module on in order to acquire more silver. Well, we'll see if that all works out. This is a long run back home. I'm gonna full sprint it actually, and okay, I can't. That number is going down way too fast to full sprint it. Might have to leave the rover behind. No, I can't leave the rover behind because I need to install the module onto it. And the module is a printed piece, not an inventory piece. Hey, Lemonade the Many, are you asleep yet? Are you still watching? You mentioned you were going to bed. Mentioned you were using the chill content to fall asleep. Any of you guys, here's a demographics question. You guys watching this on a laptop, a computer, a TV, maybe? A phone? I always wonder. I get the insights from YouTube analytics, of course, but I don't like that doesn't tell me my most engaged users, and I would consider the people watching my stream as engaged users. It doesn't tell me what they're using. I feel like I'm getting a little congested here. Maybe the springtime weather is finally taking its toll on my sinuses. The 2 days of springtime weather that we've had. Are we... Wow, I just drained that battery. Oh, but I only drained the one battery. We could use another fuel rod. Nope, not the blueprint. Give me fuel rod. Okay. No, actually, oh yeah, there it is. I thought there was an empty slot. You're watching this on your laptop. Although when lounging around for bed, you use a tablet. Nice. So, I have these blueprints. Might as well research those. I think they're corridors? Yeah. Rectangular corridor segment A. Nice. That would be fun to build. Once we have the resources to go crazy with this stuff. Yeah, it requires iron ingots. Oh, habitation. That's what that icon was. Well, if we do a good job terraforming, then do we really need habitation? Thermogel and glass. I reckon glass probably needs silica. I have no idea what the thermal gel needs. Sulfur. Well, I'm glad I picked up the one. Let's get some sulfur and let's get some glass, which requires silica and regolith. So, bunch of silica, bunch of regolith will be the plan. We'll take our little pet with us. Now, I think I saw silica, yes, over in this direction. And where's that crater? Crater's over there with the sulfur, and there's silica on the mountains. It's like all the mountains have a small amount of silica. We'll go pick up this stuff. I'm really trying hard not to sniffle here. I hope you didn't hear that. Well, looks like I started mining this one already. Ooh, and I can... Oh, I can't do the big one. Alright, don't think I need any more silica. 2 should be enough. I think it was just 1 for the glass, but it won't be more than 2. And then once we get the... Ooh, another outpost over there. Is there a map, by the way? No, okay. Pressing M does not do anything. And there's silver in there. Okay, that's good. It's really good to know. We're gonna hop down here. Hopefully the rover doesn't fall and hit us. Oh my god, I was so close to getting that one sulfur. That's what it's called. I need you to be unplugged. Plug myself in real quick. There we go. I'll leave that thing behind. I hope we get a jetpack one day. I'd really love to just fly around. Let's finish up the mining here. And we needed regolith too. That was the other thing I do not want to forget. You could always have more regolith. I should probably get in the habit of, unless I'm out looking for specific resources, I should just pick up the regolith that I walk by. But this should now allow us to build the glass and the thermal, which will allow us to build the mining, which will allow us to get silver, which will allow us to get silver wire, which will allow us to get the rover, which I'll use to rove at breakneck speeds. And, oh, right. Before I build this, I need to just detach the existing doohickey. And we're going to do that by deconstructing it. And it looks like we got one plate back. All right. Laser module. So you do get full refunds. E to confirm. I confirm. Does it need power, I wonder? I mean, surely it needs power, but we're going to assume it doesn't. See how it goes for us. What could possibly go wrong? Is this thing not following me? Oh, I hooked up to the wrong side of it. Hooked up to the wrong side of it. I need to detach. All right, come on, buddy. There we go. Got to hook up to the side of it that has little eyeballs. I guess it probably uses power from my suit. I feel like we're about to hit a wall of what we're capable of doing. Yeah, it is using my own power. Oh my god, and it's going to use so much just for one silver. Nice. But we got a silver. Can I use this thing? Yeah, sick. All right. This isn't the worst. I got another silver. Let's keep going, I guess. We're not far from home. Once we hit 20%, I'll call it. All right, I'll call it now. 22%. And the plan is going to be to build the rover, stick this thing on the rover, and then go exploring. And to think this is the easy difficulty that I'm playing on. There's two difficulties in this game. There's survival and explorer. Survival's the easy one. This is the one I'm playing on. Plug myself in, please. There we go, full up. So I think it was just glass. Glass and silica and regolith. Did I really not pick up any regolith? This is copper, right? Yeah. All right, well, here we go again. On the hunt. I should have put some of this stuff away because I only have 2 inventory slots here, but I'll fill it up. I'll pick up 2 little regolith stones. We are almost 2 hours into the stream now. Thank you to my Greek friend for sticking around the whole time. Okay, there's our 1 glass. How much do we need for silver wire? Oh, well, we can build the silver wire now. I forget what the glass was for. Why did I just build that glass? Is it needed for the rover? Is that why? Rover needs a power cell. All right, that I can make. And that's it. Just needs the power cell. What the hell was the glass for then? I'm sure. Oh, I guess a terraforming analyzer. Well, we have one of those already. Okay. Yeah, this looks like a bunch of reasonable stuff. We could build another power extender whenever we want. Let's go get the... Oh, what was it? Thank you as well for making such a fun and chill time to watch at 2 a.m. Man, you got work tomorrow? I appreciate the support, but you should go to bed, man. If you gotta get up early. I don't know, maybe you don't gotta get up early, but if you do, you should go to sleep, dude. I would never stay up till 2 a.m. I don't know. You said home is Greece. I don't know if you're in the US now, but we had this little thing called daylight savings time end on Sunday. And so collectively, the entire country gets its sleep schedule wrecked for a week, which is really smart strategic planning by the government of the United States. But I guess that's what they're known for. And so we're all reeling through that now. It's the week when you go into work and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And everyone's like tired, and everyone's like, "Yeah, me too." But on the bright side, at least it means the sun sets at like 7 p.m. now. I forgot to build. Oh, did I build a fuel rod just then? Ah, meant to build a power cell, not a fuel rod. That requires sulfur, which I don't have. Oh my god. It's the inventory management. I wouldn't mind needing to mine. I don't even mind the energy requirement. I could like build the battery for the rover and take the rover out. But it's just the inventory is minuscule. 8 items is not a big enough inventory when you have to, spend 5 minutes acquiring resources. If I could spend 30 minutes and mine 40 sulfur in one session, I'd gladly do that. I could go on tangents, just go sulfur node to sulfur node, mining all of it, and then go back home. But this picking up one item and then going, and then picking up one item and then leaving is brutal. Oh, you work nights, so your sleep schedule has been haywire for a while. You opened your own bar? Estonia. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I should have known you weren't in the US when you said it was 2 a.m. Big brain moment there. Well, Estonia's cool. Having your own bar is pretty cool. That's like goals. All right, we put this thing down. Rover is now available. Now, I assume it needs... Yeah, it needs a little bit of power. Oh, look at this. We could drive. Cool. How do I charge it? Do I just plug it in? We have an open port, right? We have a... Come on. Come on. This is... There needs to be a better way to release the wire. Yeah, we have an open port over here. I thought. Uh-huh. And it's gaining charge. Cool. What I would like to do now is mining laser, deconstruct. I wish there was a way to just move it, but the steam, though, helps you get through... Get it... Wait, what'd you say? I gotta pause here. Oh, the stream helps you get into the restful mood. Well, I'm glad to help a little bit. I thought you said the steam, because, Derail Valley. Would that be a fun one to stream? Wait a minute. I didn't get my... Oh, I forgot to pick up the thermal gel, that's why. I was like, I didn't get a refund for that stuff? Actually, destroy this whole wagon, I think. Actually, don't destroy the wagon. I just got a great idea. I could connect these, can't I? Oh, and then I could build a whole train. Oh. And just when it was about to lose me, it sucks me back in. Fun, fun, fun. Probably didn't need to destroy this thing. You live and you learn. You know what I want. Okay. So. Oh, and we have a wagon tier 2 also, so I do kind of want to destroy the thing. Well, okay, before I go crafting stuff, let me just make sure I don't have any blueprints available that I might want to make. Okay, that's a lot of stages. So we're about to hit 5, which doesn't give me anything. It gives me the upgraded storage module, but I'm not going to build a storage module yet. Let's get the mining laser mounted onto the truck. There we go. Let's destroy this. I think I'm fine doing that. How long do I intend to stream for? Correct. 3 hours is, I think, the sweet spot, especially for uploading to YouTube after. A Sir DDR Jake, who I've mentioned already, he'll do whole, like, 7-hour streams and upload the whole chunk onto YouTube, which is admirable, but not something I can do and also have a job at the same time. Now I get why these are called wagons, because they are meant to be towed. So this needs silver wire and aluminum ingot. I have some silver on me, but I do not have a way to make an aluminum ingot. So let's just go ahead and replace the wagon. Ah, and I hit the wrong button. I hit Q to rotate. Wagon. There we go. And we'll rebuild the storage module as well to put that fella on top. I don't know how important power is going to be because I don't know how fast this thing draws power yet. But I assume I can now go whoop, and they're plugged into each other. This iron is kind of in my way. So now we can really start doing stuff. Speaking of doing stuff, drill tier 2 requires pressure core and more silver. So maybe that's what we do. We got to upgrade our generators too. And how are we doing on fuel? Very bad. We have no fuel. We have 1 rod in this guy. So what we're gonna go exploring, and we're gonna come back and make a note of this with regolith for fuel rods. We're gonna want silver for drills. We're gonna want silver for drills. Pressure cores are more regolith, so lots of regolith. I'm gonna say regolith times 2. 3 hours is a good amount. Helps people through the whole stream without feeling like too long. Yeah, but also don't feel obligated to watch the whole stream. Like, I obviously that's nice of you, but like you don't need to suffer through watching my stream. More silver and more composite metals, which is iron and regolith. So it's really just like a shitload of regolith, I think. We have some iron in there and some copper. Let me just verify all those things. So silver wire is just silver. Power is going down, I think. The composite metal is iron and regolith, and then we need fuel rods, which is regolith, and then we need pressure cores, which is sulfur and silica. Okay, let's grab some of that too. Sulfur and silica. Now, how much sulfur and silica? It's 1 each. In fact, I'm a little worried that we're going to drain all of our power here, so I'm going to disconnect the machinery. I wonder if there's a way to have a switch, well, logic switch for the electronics. Okay, so I need how much for this? I need 2 composite metals, and I need 4 in total, but those have 1 in them already, so I need 2 in reality, which requires, oh, the pressure cores are for the drills or for the generators? They must be for the drills. Yeah, 2 pressure cores. There's 1 in those already, so I need 2 overall, which is 2 silica, 2 sulfur. 2 of each of those. And then just a load of everything else, especially regolith. Just like a lot of regolith. I'm gonna unload as much stuff as I can here. And I would like to unload even more stuff, so I'm gonna use our excess storage over here to do that. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I'm dropping stuff now. Not what I meant to do. Store, please. Oh, this is a fuel rod. Okay. Plug that in. It's not gonna waste it because the machine will stop running once we fill up. And now we go on our journey. Okay, if I could unattach this disconnect cable. There we go. Hop into here. Okay, fine. Get the iron. Hop into here, and we're off. Cool. And we have a trailer with us that's going to help us store goods. So there's iron. We did need a little bit of iron, but priority is regolith, I think. And there's these regolith repositories over here I want to hit up. I'm going to drink some tea while I mine. And of course, I hit the wrong button. What do I need to mine? What is it? E, okay. I guess that makes sense. So this is 4. That's 2 fuel rods. Oh, gosh, and that uses so much power. Oh, do I need to go? I need to hop out and pick that stuff up? Really? Q. Okay. It doesn't just vacuum it up for me? Really? That's kind of annoying. And I need to manually transfer it to this. Which is not very easy in its own right, since I need to jump up and down. But that's probably enough regolith. In fact, that might be too much regolith, because I didn't really leave much. Okay, can I please get this? There we go. How many spots? I have only enough for an inventory space, that is, for the sulfur and silica, and I really want the sulfur and silica. So let's go get that stuff. Gotta get the upgraded storage. Yeah, even when you get like a monumental upgrade like this to your productivity, ooh, aluminum, to your productivity, you still can't escape the extremely restrictive inventory system. Okay, now we need silica. Where might we find silica? I mean, it does. Oh, it's in craters, right? So let's, whoa, camera. Let's try to find a big old crater. I know there's the one near our home base. We're already pretty low on power here. Oh yeah, there's the crater off in the distance on the right behind our base. You can see the crater there. Let's use our speed boost. We're going a full 12 meters per hour. Which is something in miles per hour. It's like 6 miles per hour. You think the rover will be able to get out of that hole there? Tell you what, why don't we start building some stuff since we're this close to home? And since our inventory is already full, plug in myself and then plug in the car. And I need a little bit of iron to build everything that I need here. So I'll scoop that up before we get into the base. Just one more. Oh, we have some iron. Yeah, in our shelf. Okay, so generators come first. For the generators, we need what exactly? Silver wire and composite metal. Well, I can make half of that. We can make the composite metal. That's all the composite metal we need. We can make a fuel rod also while we're here. Now, I guess I'll just demolish this because I can't upgrade it in place, which is surely a feature that will be coming, because why would you not? Oh, and I forgot about the silver wire, but I have some silver. So I should be able to construct it. Do you think it uses the storage? It does not. Okay. Well, there was a wish and a hope. There we go. This will be for our silver wire. Okay, or not. Wait, what? I only have one silver ore? What the heck is in my inventory here then? Glass. Okay. It was a glass. Well, let's put the glass back. Oh, and everything just popped out. Fascinating. Not sure what caused that. Let's just store as much of this stuff as I can. There we go. Oh. There we go. And come on. We'll leave the iron on the ground because I don't care about it that much. We need 2 sulfur, which we can store, and 1 silver, which we can also store. Obviously, we need a lot more than that, but that's all I have room for. You know what would be an amazing mod for this game? Infinite inventory space. Imagine the power of not having to mine 1 resource node at a time. All right, there we go, guys. We got 1 sulfur. Time to go back to base. Granted, that's not an inventory issue. That was a power issue. Let's see, maybe we'll die here, actually. Let's plug in. All right. We got the 1 sulfur, which wasn't even the thing I needed. I needed the silver, so we'll put more items away. We'll go run over to get that silver. Let's see if we can take the truck. Hopefully we'll be able to hold... Oh, we do have more regolith in the truck, actually. Forgot about that. Whee! Falling into a hole. Okay. Silver? Yes. Nice that they let this be close to your base. I don't know if that's like a starting lake in Factorio type of deal where it's just always there, or if it's a... we got lucky, perhaps. Oh, that's not a lot of silver. I only need 3. That will let me build the 2 silver wire that I need. Scoop all this up like a vacuum. I have 1 more inventory spot, and I need 1 more sulfur, so... Yep, might as well grab that while we're here. And because I accidentally picked up this wire, I now have to put it back before I can get into the vehicle. Hopefully there'll be a bug fix, or rather a quality of life update for this game, because it could use one right now. I love the idea. I had a very good first impression of the game, and I'm gonna keep going, especially because I just noticed the world is starting to freeze, which is pretty exciting. Things are at least changing. It's not all red everywhere anymore. All right, we got to build silver wire. We need 2 of these. I will also consolidate some inventory space. I forgot to grab the silica. Do I have another silica or just the 1? I do have another silica. Awesome. Okay, so with the 2 and 2, that allows me to build something. Maybe it was the pressure vessel? Yes, the pressure core. We needed 2 of those. Okay, we didn't need 2 of those because I already had one. Unfortunately. Overproduced there a little bit. We will put... we'll keep... How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's put the pressure cores away first because I'm going to construct the generator, which doesn't use them. There we go. Printer, generator tier 2. Ooh, it's a lot bigger. Let's maybe put some thought into where things will go. We'll do power generation in the same general vicinity, just maybe a bit closer together. E to confirm. Now that I know how long the cables can go, we will deconstruct this generator, replace it with the T2. There we go. Progress feels nice. Got to wiggle my camera around. There we go. We'll just stagger it back a little bit, I think. There's our 2 generators. We're definitely enlarging our base. Pick up some of our extra elements here. We got the fuel rods on us. We do. Gonna need to build a lot more of those fuel rods, but not required in the immediate situation. plug these into our batteries. And then do we have a free port? We do. So why don't I take this one and put it into that one. Take this one and put it into the truck. Nice. You can now start powering our drills again. Excellent. Speaking of drills, we're going to demolish these tier 1s. I'll do them one at a time so that we can continue to make some progress. I think I have everything I need. Playing these games by indie devs and sending them some good feedback will always result in improvements. That's true, because indie devs actually, you know, care about their games. What am I missing? The silver wire, which is on a shelf somewhere, surely. Unless I used it for the generators? Yes, okay, so we need more silver. That's fine, I could live with that. Let's plug in our fuel here. Only had 2. I probably didn't need 2. That's a good point, brain. We could probably demolish this. Yeah, I bet you, I mean, that thing's a lot bigger. Surely it's big enough to power 2 tier 2 drills. Maybe not. Where are we going? Terraforming tier 2 drill. It looks the same. As far as I could tell, it's the same footprint. Actually, might be a little bit smaller of a footprint, which is interesting. This is the battery for the drills here. We'll plug her in, and we'll let her work. Nice. It looks nicer. It looks like a satisfactory drill. So we need silver still, and we need a bunch of fuel rods. I'm going to work on the fuel rods because I want to free up our storage module. If you hear me slam the shift or the tab key, it's because I'm trying to select. Yeah, like there. Nope. His inventory's full. Okay. That's a good excuse for it not to work. I'll accept that. At least we have some empty storage space. So we need lots of more fuel rods. And we can only make 1 because our inventory is so full of junk. But we'll plug it in. What is the power output of this guy, anyway? Ooh, look at all the inputs. You are doing 1.5 per second. Ooh, the planet is now entirely frozen. We've hit a milestone. Which means we got to do soil and temperature next. So what do we have in here now? As I know I'm getting very sidetracked right now. Oh, so we keep the pressure going, I guess, and we get, well, we got upgraded storage module. That probably requires ingots, though, so I'm not gonna, well, I'll like, unlock it, of course. Might as well actually see what it requires. Let's not forget that we have a blueprint sitting on the ground there. Try to unload some of this inventory stuff. We could put the plates, put the copper plates like this is Factorio on there. Sure, my stream's still live. Yes, we're still streaming. That's good. It's good to see. Get that in there. I think we unlocked a... Yes, we got storage tier 3 also, which requires an iron ingot. I think we're losing power with the one generator running. So that's interesting. That's a piece of regolith. I do want that so I can build another fuel rod. Yeah, so I mean, obviously we have lots of fuel. I think it's just not enough power output right now. And I can't replace the second generator because I used the silver for building the thingamajig over there. So what we'll do is we'll place the rest of our inventory items away, and then we'll go hunting for silver. I'll just verify that silver is indeed the items I need. This is for another drill too. We need 2 pressure cores and silver. Well, we have 1 pressure core there and 1 pressure core there. So we just need the silver. Okay, we can get silver. We know where silver is. And deconnect cable. Okay. Silver is in this big hole here. Hopefully, yes. Okay, we do have some left. Driving the rover is pretty fun. It reminds me of Satisfactory. Not to draw too many constant comparisons between the two. But the aesthetics are pretty similar. Satisfactory might end up on the night shift one of these days. And while we're here with the drill, I'm thinking just keep going. And we're not far from home. We can get back easily. Might as well collect all the silver, get it back to base so I don't need to keep coming down here. Got to remember to not convert it all into wire, though, because we might need like a silver ingot situation. Power critically low, you say? Well, we'll leave it there. This game is very much an indie development effort. Solo developer. Very impressive. I don't know if he did the graphics as well, but if he did, that is very, very impressive. Oh, and we did forget that there was a blueprint there. I'm also dying, which is less than ideal. Can we plug it, please? Okay. Excessive power draw from backpack. We need to turn you off. Now plug it. We're spamming our notifications there. That's a really nice sound of the backpack charging. All right, that's good enough. We need to get the second generator up. I also want to remember to plug that thing in. All right, let's build our one silver wire that we need. And what else was it? I think it was these. Oh. Yeah, put the blueprint in there, sure. While that's going. Oh, and it got temperature station launch panel. Launches the escape pod into space to dock with the temperature terraforming station. That's interesting. What I just gathered from that is that we're going to be able to go to space very shortly here, as I will prioritize going to space because that sounds sick. All right, let's move you into a more usable position for our generator. Let's say like there. Sure, everything's still connected up. The wire's getting a little bit messy here. Let's move the battery so that's a little less messy. Is that actually less messy? No, that's just more messy. Why is this thing? Okay, I didn't mean to disconnect all of those. The thing is, the button that does the disconnecting is the same button that opens the build menu. You see? No, that is not the wire I wanted to connect. I want this one to go into the battery. And then I want this one to go into the generator. This thing needs to be rotated. There we go. And this thing needs to be powered up now. Still have all of our fuel rods. Oh no, we did use up one of them, I think. All right, that should definitely be enough power for our drills. We just gotta plug them in. So Greek Spy, I do enjoy the unedited stuff like the streams where I just dump it. I mean, even the streams are a little bit edited because like in the last one I had to cut out some parts and I do a little fade in for the intro. It's really not fair to say edited though. But there's not a lot of editing in all my videos. I mean, the Derail Valley series has the most. OpenTTD, it's just the intro segment. That takes only about an hour. Derail Valley is much longer because I need to do all the cinematics and everything, but not that bad. I do prefer just, recording it and then dumping it onto the internet. but I don't know if the internet prefers that. um, so I prefer that just because it's easier. I'll be frank with you. We need another silver wire, and we need some more pressure cores. Well, we have the pressure cores, and we have the means of production to make a silver wire. So we're going to get our tier 2 drill up and running here now as well. Now, I think I could just go over here and demolish it. But what makes you ask, Greek Spy? Do you have a preference? Sounds like you have a preference. Oh, I can move this thing. I am going to move this thing. More central location, sure. Tier 2 drill. We'll get this guy up. Where is... Oh, hit the wrong button. What happens there is I'm pressing Q to rotate. But Q is not the rotate button. There we go. Q is the cancel construction button, which is not the button I want to be pressing in that situation. Okay, I want Z and X. There we go. Perfect. Hopefully this cable will be long enough. I think it probably will. To get plugged on in here. Nice. So that's drawing 1.5. That's drawing 1.5. So that's... yeah, 1.5. So that's 3. I forget what the unit of energy is. There is none. That's 3 energy per second. These are generating 1.5 and 1.5. All right, so as long as we don't do anything else, we're doing a nice charge here. Maybe we can get another one of those refinery or generators going, which just requires, you guessed it, more silver. And so where is... We have a bunch of copper wire there for some reason. Oh, our rover's still by the silver. That's right. That's fine. We'll go finish out mining that silver. We're going to get a bunch of regolith as well so that we can fuel these generators. Like a bunch of regolith. I think your kind of style has been making a comeback, to be honest. I'm quite happy to see it. Well, you mean like which style? Because I'm kind of doing 2 styles. When I stream, obviously, I'm doing a laid-back style here. Like, for example, I'm going to just upload this unedited to YouTube when I'm done. But I do edit the other ones. Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean. I just noticed our mission is to start working on the temperature, which requires going to space and investigating the radio tower over there. But I feel like haven't stabilized the base yet. We haven't even built, like, I think we have batteries, like better batteries that we can build, which I would like to do. We have so much silver we still can mine. That being said, only about 30 minutes left in the stream. So we might not make it to temperature in the first 3 hours here. But we'll try. We'll try. Actually, oh, and I can collect from inside the rover. That makes sense. It was surprising that it wouldn't let me do that earlier. So I want to go collecting regolith. I guess we'll go collect regolith. Because it doesn't require any actual drilling to just vacuum them up off the ground like this. If I could get them selected. There we go. I want lots and lots of regolith. So I want to make lots and lots of fuel rods. Where's that radio tower? I lost it. Ooh, green. Nice. Sorry. Ooh, green. That's funny. Green is, I think, the actual color of the sunset on Mars. Fun fact. Okay, let's build so many fuel rods. We'll never have to get more fuel rods again. We also should make sure we don't die. Okay, that's not as many fuel rods as I wanted, but we have more regolith back here. Disconnect the wire, please. There we go. I know we're low on battery, our personal battery, but we're not that low. we're surviving. We're surviving. You know, the other thing I do when I upload the streams to the YouTube is I do a little bit of audio correction. So when I record and when I stream, I don't have the best dynamics on my microphone. And so I want to optimize that before putting it on YouTube. I think we need a lot more batteries, by the way. And also to not die. If I could find an open outlet. There we go. Deep breath, we made it, it's okay. If I go over here, what else do I need for my... I just realized I can do stuff when plugged in. I should be plugged in all the time when I'm at the base. Sorry for not noticing that. We need silver wire and composite. Well, we have the composite. Ooh, pressure stage 6 unlocked. Nice. We just need the silver wire, which is, yes, makeable. I mean, in the sense that your edited videos like Derail OpenTD aren't packed constantly with wanting to keep the viewer's attention. They feel slower in a good way, and I know what you were doing when you play, so the pacing and progress go well together. Yeah, well, that is the mission statement of the channel, to be fair. I despise cutting. That's why I use fades, not cuts. And I'm cutting out boring parts. I'm not cutting out the dead air between my sentences, you know? I think that is, of course, very common on YouTube today, and I'm not a very big fan of it, as you can imagine from the content. Hopefully the content conveys that mindset to a degree. Okay, there's another generator down. I think I gotta move it. I don't have to move it, but I don't want it clipping with the other ones. But that's a little too far away, so I'll move it again. Bear with me. Oh, and of course you can't move it on top. So what I gotta do is move it over here. And then press R to move, and then unzoom my camera, and then put it there. Okay, that's maybe still clipping, but I can at least live with it in that position. I know we unlocked a bunch of blueprints, but before we go look at those, just so I can get a handle on what I need to do. So aluminum alloy, that's, I'm gonna guess, is something we're gonna find at the radio tower. Then what else do we have? We have the, we could build the, well, we can't build the wagon too because we need the ingot. We could build another regular wagon and put some storage modules on it, maybe. Maybe we can make aluminum alloy. They feel slower in a good way, and you know what you were doing when you play, so the pacing and progress go well together. Well, I'm glad you think that. Doesn't feel like I know what I'm doing. I can't make aluminum alloy. I just need aluminum ore, which I've not seen. Oh, I have seen. That's over by the mystery structure. Let's go get some aluminum alloy, I think. So that's going to be iron. Oh, what are you? Are you a fuel rod? What are you doing on there, silly fuel rod? I'm going to put this into our new generator. Actually, no, I'm going to put it into this generator because it just finished one of the rods. Yeah, these guys are not charging our batteries, is the problem. Because of those drills are so goddamn powerful. So I need regolith, and I need... Oh, you know what I need? I need another battery or power junction for the new drill I just built. which is composite metal, which I should have. Oh, of course, that's the only thing I don't have right now. What about for the battery? That's a power cell. I also don't have a power cell. Well, the composite metal requires regolith and iron. I have the iron. I'm about to get a bunch of regolith. What about the power cell? Sulfur and copper. I think we're going to go for that instead. I know where I can find the sulfur, and I have a bunch of copper already. So aluminum, regolith, and sulfur are the current goals. At least this place is starting to look a little bit more habitable. That is the goal of the game, after all. Alright, before I dive in for the sulfur, let me just pick up some of this regolith. What are we looking at? I still have plenty of inventory space for once. Exactly, your videos are really well paced and they don't overstimulate. Well, I'm glad. That is the whole idea. I'm also very anti-clickbait, so when I do something like putting an exploding steam engine in the thumbnail, I always get a little nervous I'm gonna alienate some of my viewers by doing that. And to be fair, I did actually lose a subscriber on the last Derail Valley episode. So maybe that's the case. But, you know, hopefully I'll gain some also. Yeah, I lost... Usually I get like 5 subscribers per video. And I actually lost some. With some of the Derail Valley content. Because the open TTD stuff was so popular that it pulled in a lot of new viewers. And then they were like, let's subscribe to this guy. He's making cool open TTD content. And then I uploaded a Derail Valley video and they were like, fuck this guy. We don't want to watch Derail Valley. But that's fine. It's their choice. Why am I always so low on power? I'm not going to have enough to mine the aluminum over here. Yep. Okay. And I can't even get back. Oh, I can get back. All right, well, let's ride this back. At least we can... I think we can build the battery. And we'll also be able to... Well, this might be the first time we die, actually. But we could build the battery, and we could build a fuel rod, so we can at least be getting some power going. And that will also empty our inventory. I think I'm just going to see what happens if I die here. Well, it empties my inventory. I caught that much. And then it just reprints me. That's what I thought might happen. T-pose. All right. Let's get back over there. Not very far. Nice of the game to highlight the vehicle in the distance. Man, this game kind of makes me want to play Subnautica. Anyone else feel that way? Subnautica, another game with an absolutely terrible inventory management system. The best inventory management system is Factorio. There's my body. Oh, I can deconstruct myself. Ooh, and I get a little RIP sign. That's pretty funny. We'll keep that there. All right, let's finish doing all the fuel building and get the third generator running so that we can actually survive if we run out of power and fuel. There we go. It's hitting the wrong key to get out of dodge there. Okay, so first I need the sulfur. Well, no, first I'll build the fuel rods so I could free up some of my personal inventory space. All right, now I need the sulfur. I'm going to use that to make a power cell. I'm going to use the power cell to make a battery, and then I'm going to use the battery to connect the generator. And I feel like I need one of these also. Just a hunch. I think because I need to make this. And I also need to make a power cell. Oh my god, I don't have the copper. No, I have to have copper here. Yeah, I have some copper here. There we go. Yep, power cell. Nice. And can I build a fuel rod? I cannot. Well, that's okay. We'll do a battery instead of a power extender. And we'll put it, There are free outlets over on that side. So we'll put this battery over here, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, and you know what? I think I'm gonna rework some of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move you, because this is the three-way connector. Excuse me. The three-way connector. Three-way connector should probably be the thing that's over here. Well, it's a four-way connector, I guess. And then I'll take the battery and I'll move you, not the flashlight, over to like that. And the way this will work now is we take this cable, fuck, please select it, and disconnect. And then we take that cable. There should be a button dedicated to let go of cable, by the way. This way, all of our generators can go into the same little junction box here. Because, like, look, if I press E, now I need to press Q, but if I press Q, it's going to open up build menu for that thing, so I need to walk away and then press Q. And then it goes and disconnects. Whereas you could just have a button dedicated to disconnecting cables instead of sharing Q. And it's about to happen again. It comes up a lot. And you go over here, disconnect cable. And then I'm just going to connect all of our batteries in series, I think. Instead of the, like, kinda parallel connection that they were using before. Oh. Well, this is interesting. I guess I need this guy. We'll pick you up. We'll put you over here. Like that, maybe. Yep. Then we take you and we plug you on into the back. And we take you and disconnect you and we plug you into the side. Okay, we're gonna have to disconnect from the base momentarily. Actually, maybe permanently. Because you're gonna go into the back of that battery. There's a lot of batteries here. I want to keep that one port free so that we can recharge ourselves and our vehicle. And there we go. That's the new layout. It's a little weird. Yeah, it's a little weird. And we got to get that third generator powered up now, too. It's easy enough to do. We just got to go to all these little ports, plug it in. All right, now we got some real power flowing. This looks like it's not plugged in, but it should be. Just the graphic got a little wonky there. Let's try reconnecting that. Let's do this one the same. Okay, all these batteries could be in series if I really wanted to optimize. And it looks like it actually does matter because they're charging in series, not in parallel. So that's something to consider. And I don't have battery tier 2 yet. I mean, it might be waiting for me at the blueprint machine, actually. It is not, unfortunately. Let's print these guys out, though. All right, I think before we go to the... Oh, wait, no, I wanted to put these in the machine. Before we go over to the radio tower... I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I gotta charge up the, I gotta charge up this thing. We're gonna take you and, we'll just plug into there for now. That will charge up this vehicle nicely. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Let's hook up the battery again. Can't satisfy everyone, but that's all right. You came to open TTT video and have stayed for everything else. Yeah, we all love train logistics. We like trains. Trains are cool. That's why I got this little train thing here. All right, I have an inventory full of stuff, so I want to drop off most of this before we head off. Let's go check out that radio tower, shall we? Where is it? Over there? Hopefully we can run over these cables, because that's what's going to happen. And maybe I shouldn't take the trailer with me. Just because I don't know if it does, but maybe it uses a small amount of power to haul the extra weight. The rover looks a little top heavy with this here, with the mining thing on top of it. This has been hiding from me the whole time. What are you? Exploration rover V1. Recover memory fragment. Okay, or not. Maybe I need to... Oh, I need to hold it. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Chapter... Oh, the lore! No one feared tomorrow. The future felt like an open door that would never close. So this is chapter 1, but it's memory 8, I guess. I could buy it. Can I demolish this thing now? No. Factorio would let me demolish that. It's fine. Not every game is Factorio. We should get Factorio on the stream one day. On the night shift. Got some uranium over here, I think. Oh, wow. Look at the ship in the distance. Maybe that's what's been subtly reminding me of... what's the underwater game called? You know what I'm trying to say. What the heck is the name of that game? I was just saying it. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Subnautica, that's the name of the game. Jesus. That took way too long. Alright, let's see what's going on in here. Ooh, large rock formation. Of course. Of course. You need power to get into there. I could just drag power out here, I guess. Take the power with me, you know? Is that maybe what I'm supposed to do? Because well, no, I guess because the printer only has so much range, and I need the printer to print the other stuff. All right, let's run the rest of the way. At least I got uranium out of that. We're gonna just steal some power from you, my drill friend. Ooh, nice and quick charge, lovely. I guess I'll keep the uranium on me. We'll go... Well, actually... Yeah, no, I guess we'll dig out the entrance. Oh, don't go in the hole. We'll dig out the entrance. I don't think we're going to have enough power to do it in one trip, unfortunately. But since I can't build more printers, I don't think I can bring the power over here. Really, you have thalassophobia, so you can't play Subnautica? That's a shame, because Subnautica is a really good game. It's really so much fun the first time you play it. Have you tried to play it? Because maybe you just gotta give it a try. And I mean, it's definitely, there's some spooky bits. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some spooky, deep underwater bits. Okay. Well, before we go exploring that, I'm gonna go charge myself up a bit more. God, I should be clicking up this, picking up the regolith as I go. Whee! Power 20%. That's fine. I knew that. Yeah, definitely check out Subnautica if you are able to get over your fear. I realize I've been getting slowly further away from my microphone. I hope I haven't gotten That's such an annoying thing I do when I record the, well, really any of my videos. I start off really loud and energetic, and then I taper off over the course of the recording, and it's bad in the Derail Valley videos, because the Valley videos, you know, I upload about 60 minutes, and I'm playing for like sometimes 3 hours. So I get really tired because I'm doing all this after work and everything. I get really tired, so I get really quiet by the end of the Derail Valley episodes. And it's gotten so bad sometimes I have to manually boost the audio. Press E to download station coordinates. Oh, already downloaded. I just need to... Oh my god. So of course my inventory is full. Alright, well, we'll get rid of the regolith, because there's lots of it everywhere. I'm hitting all the wrong keys here. Oh, there's a power outlet here. Okay, pick up that thingy. That seems important. This is a data recovery terminal, which I can actually use now. The fall of order. When the truth could no longer be hidden, humans made a choice. They shut down the government. They shut the governing intelligence down. Can't read. They feared its silence less than its certainty. The machines went still. The systems that once held the world together simply stopped because they couldn't be trusted anymore. Without automation, small tasks became exhausting. Tell me about it. They forgot how much they depended on help. Is that supposed to be ironic? Without guidance, the world became loud. Every voice wanted control. No one wanted responsibility. Oh no, so sad. Okay. What is that? Is that like a metaphor for life today? Well, has no bearing on my game. What is that stuff? Is that silver? Yeah, silver. Good to know. Silver on the other side of the crater. The dark abyss of Subnautica is there to be explored. If you're just listening, someone named Ninez Officials, sorry for that, commented that, chatted that. I don't know. I think it's a chat. I think I should say chat, not comment. Plug me in, Scotty. I guess I was pretty good on energy already for once. I think the data disk I have here needs to go into the terminal that requires an alloy to build. So we might not be able to, unless it goes into the computer. Does not seem so. What do I do with this uranium? Ooh, uranium rods. Ooh, for fuel. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Tell you what, we're gonna just drop the uranium. No, we're not gonna just drop the uranium. I need to hit the right keys here. Jeez, that was a little aggressive. Let's put the uranium into our shelf here. Let's pick up that regolith so that we can build some more rods. Some non-uranium fuel rods. There has to be a machine that does this for you eventually. Okay, we got 3. That's 1 for each generator. It looks like they have stopped because they... Well, they definitely have demand, so I don't know why they stopped. But we'll put one of the rods in there. We'll put one of the rods in that one. How's this one looking? Has 3 already, so we'll put 1 in here. How do we mention the spooky stuff? Ever plays Voices of the Void? No, but in one of my old... why is this battery not charging? In one of my old videos for Derail Valley, I floated the idea of playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and I don't think people were a big fan of that idea. I guess the Derail Valley community isn't big on Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I don't know, who would have thought, right? Where am I going? Oh, I need my car. We could go pick up more fuel, but it seems like power is actually pretty good right now. We are we're producing more than we're using, so those guys keep stopping because there's no demand. Oh, the aluminum alloy is the stuff I need to make. That will allow me to build the launch. Ooh, gold wire. It's like quick wire. It's satisfactory. I still don't have these things. Speeding up mining would be good. Aluminum alloy. Okay, so we need aluminum and iron. This needs silver and aluminum. So let's get aluminum, iron, and silver. And I'll be damned if I don't get aluminum alloy before the end of the stream. So that will be a marker. Classic game amnesia will remind me of the Let's Play era back then. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's sort of the vibe I was going for. That was such a good time watching people play Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Okay, I need aluminum. Where's the aluminum that we knew about? It was this way, I believe. We also need iron and... Oh, what was the other one? How do I... Oh, and silver. Aluminum, iron, and silver. I missed one. Where's it? There it is. Aluminum, iron, and silver. Aluminum, iron, and silver. I think I only needed 2 silver, so... Or 2 aluminum, or 2 iron. Oh, here's aluminum. I forgot my trailer, so I can't hold very much on fort. But this is we'll definitely be able to get the aluminum alloy set up here, I think. If I could pick it up. There we go. And silver's the only other thing I need. All right, I remember we had found some silver on the other side of the crater, so we'll go wander over there once we fill up with power. I suppose I could build another trailer and then put a battery on that trailer, and that would allow me to go on longer journeys. But who has time for that? There we go. Okay, that was not the... I want the battery to plug me in so that I charge quick. There we go. Such a lovely sound, the charge up sound there. Okay, well, can I build any of that stuff with the resources I have to maybe save on a little bit of inventory space? Oh, no, I need the 2 silver for the mining module. But I can make the alloys, which don't require any silver. So, yeah, might as well do that now. Okay, there's 2 alloys. I think I have a silver sitting in here, too. Is that silver or is that glass? Ah, that's glass. Okay. Well, we got the 2 silver alloys. Does that allow me to build storage module T2, which needs to go onto the trailer? Where the hell did that trailer go? It's hiding behind my drills. We can get rid of the V1. That gives me a plate back. And we'll tow this guy, just haul him on over. Okay. Get the V2 tier 2 storage module on top of that fatty. Okay, that should hold... That holds 6 items instead of 4. Okay. And all my inventory storage places are full, unfortunately. What do I need to build a shelf? Can I build a shelf? I can. All right, we'll build a shelf. Another one. Oh, it snaps. It snaps backwards. Yes. Naturally. Cute. Rotate. There we go. And we'll just load up this shelf with a bunch of stuff now. Yeah, my biggest gripe with this game, as you may assume, inventory is just unmanageable. It's really taking so much away from the game. Even Planet Crafter, from the videos I've seen of it, had a much better inventory system than this does. But let's go get that silver. Because I want to upgrade my mining before I end the stream. So that in the off chance that, I shouldn't call it an off chance, but if we decide to stream this game again, we'll be happy that we upgraded our mining. And I'll also pick up some regolith, because you can never have too much regolith, it seems. Where was that silver? Was it up here? Is this silver? No, that's aluminum, which is interesting and something I probably want. Just kidding, it's going to cost too much energy to mine. I thought, oh, maybe I saw that and thought it was silver. That's probably what happened there. There should be some silver somewhere. That looks like silver. In this hole. Silver likes to render or spawn by the sulfur. 3 hours and 3 minutes now, and I think I started like 3 minutes late, so I'm gonna say that's probably exactly 3 hours now on the stream. All right, and we are going to run out of power, so we have to go home after collecting 2 whole silvers. I just think for yourself, if we could have gotten 30 on this little outing instead of 2. All right, I'm going to leave the rover here and run the rest of the way. And I you know, we're working our way up to it, I guess. If we could have collected 30, that trailer I got there holds 6. You know, so as long as I get 5 trailers. Oh, are we not gonna make it? Oh, we were so close. Oh man, death number 2. Anyone keeping track? I'm surely not. Wow, we were really close. That's a huge bummer. Where did we die? We died by the drills. There's the body. RIP. Let's see what number this guy was. No, do not deconstruct the jail. Deconstruct this guy. Number 5649. RIP. He will not be missed. We got some silver, so we could get the mining upgrade, I think, and then we can end the stream. Just kidding. We don't have enough aluminum. All right, well, I can't be bothered. Unless this is aluminum. Oh, it is aluminum. Okay. Let's put the aluminum alloy away, because we don't need that on us. No, I do need the silver. Oh my god. You know what this game could really benefit from? Is a option to give you control of your mouse. So like Derail Valley has that, Stationeers has that. This game's just complex enough and the inventory system sucks enough that if I could just hold the left alt key and use my mouse, that'd make it so much easier. If I could just click and drag some of these. It's really hard feature to implement, so I really want to emphasize, I'm not trying to poo-poo the developer, because I understand this is a really challenging game to make, but it would be nice. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. I'll catch up on chat now before I go. What games have you planned to stream in the future? I'll go through the list real quick, but before I do that, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to end it here, so thank you so much for watching. Catch me on the next stream. I always post on Discord and on YouTube before I go live. Now, as for the next games, I have in my list in order Derail Valley and OpenTTD, which are the 2 games on my channel. I don't want to stream those yet until those series end, I think. Then we have Stationeers and Transport Fever, which I've already streamed in the last 2 incarnations of... I'm going to pause. And save, actually. I'm not going to pause. I'm just going to save. Wow, that's my first save. Then we have Blossom the Seed of Life, which is this game right here that I'm playing right now. We have Cozy Keep, which was almost the game I was going to play, but this one won out over it. There's the Wear Cleaner, which was recommended to me on the Discord. If you have any recommendations, feel free to let me know. I'll add them to the list. We have Factorio, we have Vintage Story, we have Schedule 1, we have RimWorld, we have Software Inc., we have Mind Mogul, we have Train Go Right, which is not streamable state right now. You cannot play that game for 3 hours, but eventually it might be. And then we have, excuse me, Kerbal Space Program as the last one. Starting to lose my voice. What a time to end the stream. Greek Spy Gaming, you're welcome for streaming. It's fine. It's easy for me. I get to play video games the whole time, so I don't mind doing it. I'm glad someone out there enjoyed it. If you have ideas for other games to stream, like I mentioned, you can share them with me anywhere. It could be on Discord, it could be on YouTube, it could be right now. I also tend to have votes in the Discord. I didn't for this game because I really wanted to try this game out, but I want to have votes in the Discord for which games I stream. Unfortunately, I don't usually have a lot of notice to when I'll stream because I don't know. It varies day by day, right? I have a day job, I have a girlfriend, so I'm not. The plans change often and unexpectedly throughout the day. I was free tonight, so I threw on the stream, but not always able to know in advance. And that's it. That's the stream. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go drink some water, make some more tea. And if you want to see more of this little fella here, let me know. And we can maybe stream him again in the future. Thank you guys. Goodbye. Have a good night.